Welcome to the Fitness Oracle Daily Show. I am your host, John Katavos, and today is Weekly Wednesday Challenge. And we're going to be talking about how to deal with the feeling of feeling down and out. I know you guys have all felt it before. I mean, I felt it back in mid-October, and it was really, really an interesting experience. I'm going to go a little bit into it. I'm recently new to a new country here. The US is a new country to me, and moving to Florida has brought up some interesting unknown challenges. For example, finding a place to live, finding money to, put food in my mouth and a roof over my head and gas in my car. I recently was trying to find somewhere to live and understanding that because I just started everything here, the money's not there. And when the banks and the loaners are going to start looking at me, they'll be like, well, you have no credit history here in the US. You have no money coming in. How are we going to give you money to buy something? And even somebody with a property will be like, said the same thing to me. How am I going to rent something to you when you don't have an income? So it was a very rough day. And there was a lot of bad self-talk going on in my head, even though I am starting out, and it's expected. You're expected to have hardship when you're starting out. I mean, I'm not saying that it's rainbows and unicorns now. I mean, it's as hard, not as hard, but it is tough. And certain challenges are presenting itself, and there's a lot of bad self-negative talk that's going on. So what do you do? What do you do when you get to that point that where I was? I'll tell you what I did. I removed myself from the location that this stuff was happening, and I walked to the gym. It's about 20-minute walk from my house. And that's when the self-talk got even worse on the walk to the gym. So I got to the gym, started working out, and on the way back, while I was at the gym, a solution came up. And I'm like, maybe we can try, maybe I can try this. Maybe I can do this. So I went back, I spoke with my family, and everybody's like, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I'm not going to go into the details of what was said. And all of a sudden my mood just switched like a light bulb. I'm like, what the? This is crazy. This is amazing. I mean, I feel great. And this is a plan that we can implement, and we can go forward, and we can do it. Right? So you had this self-negative talk. I removed myself from the negative space, if you want to call it, and I just went for a walk, did some strenuous exercise, and while I was doing it, an idea popped in on the way back, presented it to my family, and yeah, things are going really well. It's really cool. Now, another part that I want to talk about is another thing that a lot of people try to shy away from, and this can be detrimental to somebody's wellness, mindset, mindfulness, is being able to live in the darkness. Now, I need to put out a little bit of a warning here. Just because it's okay to live in the darkness of your mind, it doesn't mean, because we need to clear this out before we go forward. It doesn't mean that you have to act on the thoughts that are being presented to you while you're in the darkness. Do not act on them. Try to find a solution to the problem that's put you into the darkness. And it's important to be in the darkness. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to be bummed out. It's fine because there's a voice there that needs to be heard. But it does not mean that you have to act on the thoughts that are going through your head. I need to be clear on that. Do not act on them. Just listen and try to understand. It's all you need to do. Because some of the self-talk, that negative self-talk, can be really bad. And you can do some horrible things that can't be undone. And there's consequences to those actions that you might not want to deal with. So do not act on them. Just allow that voice to happen. Live in it a little bit and find a solution, because there is a solution to it, a positive one. Now, living in the darkness. I've done this so many times that I've almost become friends with my dark side, with the dark side of the force. And the reason why I do that, the reason why I say it's important, is so that you can understand your limits. You can understand how far is it possible for you to go. And please listen to re-listen to the beginning of this segment, because it's really important. That warning is very important. Do not act on them. Do not let it consume you. Do not allow those thoughts to dictate your life. But you have to listen to them. You have to feel what you're feeling. You have to understand what they're trying to tell you. But do not act on them. I'm going to keep pushing this because it's it can lead you into a place that it's just, you've done something that, like I said, you can't undo, and the consequences might be far too great. Now, we don't want you to get there. We want you to live in it. We want you to understand it. What is it telling you? What is it trying to say to you? It's dark crap, and it's important crap. But in order for us to move forward, we need to understand our darkness. We need to understand what's the worst case scenario that can happen. Okay, I don't want that to happen. So what can I do? What can I do to not allow this to happen? I'm telling myself I'm crap, I'm this, I'm that, I'm terrible, I'm a horrible person. Well, why? Why am I telling myself I'm a horrible person? I don't have money coming in. Oh, people are not being my friends. People are making fun of me. All right, well, how about a solution? Find new friends. Don't put yourself around those people anymore. Get a job. Start making some money. Start networking. I'm not allowed to work in the United States for somebody in the US, but I can make a bit. I can run a business. So why not network more? Get my word out. Meet new people. Meet people that will bring me up rather than bring me down. Hey, there's a solution. Look how much my face already just changed. Just by saying that. So that's why it's important to live in the darkness, but you only want to live in the darkness for a little short period of time, just so you can give that negativity a voice. So you can say, Okay, I hear that. What can I do different to not to change that? That's why it's important to live in the darkness. If you just put the darkness aside and give it nothing hold to hold you to, then it's going to grow so big that it will consume you for years upon years. It's happened to me, and this is why I know I'm talking from experience here. I'm not saying, what it's happening to me in here in Florida. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about the second time that I lost VO fitness, and that consumed me for years before I was able to figure out a solution. And I don't want you to do that because I lived in it. I loved it so much. It was so comforting that I just stayed there. I didn't care about anybody. I didn't care even about myself. The only thing I cared about was my little nephew. That's it. It's all I cared about. But anyways, so my challenge to you for this week is step into that darkness inside of you and really try to understand what it's trying to tell you. Go for a walk and really listen to it. I don't want you to act on what it's telling you to do. Just listen and try to figure out a solution for that not to happen. It's some people call it shadow work. Um, I just call it dark side of the force work. it's it's not going to be easy. I know it's not going to be easy. Um, that's why you need to have a very good, strong support group around you to help you. You don't need to tell people everything because you don't want other people's opinions on what you should do. You just want the support. I get that. And that's what we're trying to do. Tomorrow, we are going to be talking about when I lost my business, VO Fitness, for the second time and the darkness that it left me in, the empty hole that it left me in. We're really going to dig deep into it. I very rarely talk about this and what it's done to me. But anyways, um, I want to thank you guys for watching this episode. Um, I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and share this episode. If you're listening to this on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, iHeartRadio, or whatever streaming service you use, please give us a 5-star rating and a positive review, as it will help us reach out to more people that are suffering from mental health issues. But before you go, I'd like to invite you to keep the conversation going by signing up to your free account at PodInBox. Over the years, we've discovered that in order for us to achieve greatness that we are destined for, we can't do it alone. And to find your place back in this world, we've come across this amazing tool called PodInBox, where we can get together and discuss this topic even deeper. And this is critically important for you guys to be able to use while you're doing this kind of work. This is so important to be able to surround yourself with people that are going through the same thing and help and give you the support that you need. So all you have to do is click on the link in the show notes and sign up for your free account and find out for yourself how powerful community really is. Until tomorrow, you guys have an awesome day.